Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are when you're watching this video. So today we have another Alliance War video. This is the last season of, oh sorry, my apologies. This is the last war of the season number 40. So yes, on this one I'm going to be assigned 9 fights. I'm saying this because yes, you have to stick to your plan. And unfortunately, it's not what is going to happen throughout the entirety of this video. Spoiler alert. So let's start. So here we have the first fight. My path is path number 3 for section 1 and 2. So here we have a super scroll, and he has a node where you get power burn whenever the opponent has an armor buff. And super scroll has a way to access these armor buffs on his kit. So pretty much you don't have to, with Tigra, you don't have to hit him on his block. You can hit him directly, but since you apply the neutralize before anything can proc, he won't gain any armor buffs. So I know I have this plan on my head, I have it all planned out. Unfortunately, things that happen in the fight, it just not always goes everything as planned. So here I know this in my head, but then for some reason I decide to go ahead and hit on his block. And yeah, he gets the armor above, meaning that I'm gonna get power burn whenever I hit super scroll. So here what I'm doing is just having him have 5 buffs, so 4 fury and 1 armor buff. And now what I'm doing is I'm just waiting for all of these to expire, because he has 5, he's like supercharged or something, and then they expire after a certain amount of time. So yeah, here I go ahead and just do the fight like I had in mind, so not hitting his block, but unfortunately he didn't play into me, and I hit his block with a special 1, so that's unfortunate. So here I bait the special 2 because that converts all of the armor buffs into fury buffs, so that's great. And yeah, here I'm just going to play Tiger regularly. This is why you boost up. This fight it was pretty easy for Tigra, but unfortunately sometimes you commit mistakes when you are on the fight, even if it's really easy to do. Sometimes it just happens. Either way, even though I mess up a lot, the fight was 1 minute and 20 seconds more or less. And here my second fight is going to be against a Silver Centurion. I'm going to be taking on this fight with Galen. There's not much going on other than masochism, and yeah, he's going to constantly try to special lock us, but since Galen is immune, this is going to be a pretty fun fight because we are going to be ramped up so quickly, it's not even fair. So yeah, here you go, see that I'm already at 320. I activate the harvest. I'm gonna do a couple more combos. Here I see that I have 20 of my buffs, so I just decided to go to special 1, and that's it. The fight was pretty easy, pretty fast. 20 seconds, that's crazy. So yeah, that's my first 2 fights. Now I was assigned Rintra with my Scorpion. There's not much going on in this node other than power focus. So yeah, here this is actually good because the more power I give him, the more special 1s I can bait, or special 2s, and that's just good because he's gonna get power sting with my mediums, so that's going to do a lot of damage. So yeah, here I try to do the same thing that I've been doing, try to hit the opponent once my stun is about to end, because I find that makes the AI a little bit more aggressive. So here I got rooted, but that's fine. I back up Rintra, but with a heavy attack, so that's no problem. Here I have to be careful with his mystical charges, or whatever the charges are called. So yeah, because else at one point he becomes unstoppable and also stun immune. So yeah, here he didn't get that unstoppable because he had only 9 charges, so that's great. And here I'm also taking a look at the root timer. Unfortunately though, since I am paying attention to his charges and also to the root timer, I forgot right there that about the bubble shield. No, well, whatever the note is that makes your 10 block hit unblockable. So yeah, there you saw that he got unstoppable, so that's okay. We pretty much managed to recover, and we are still up to 92% health, so that's awesome. Here it's just a matter of time that Rintra kills himself because of the power stings, so that's okay. Here we got rooted, that's fine. We're going to continue doing our regular combos and a special one, and he's dead from the power detonation, so that's absolutely fantastic. The fight was overall 1 minute and 42 seconds. Not the fastest, but it's a pretty safe fight, so there you go. And yeah, here I healed up a little bit, and I'm going to be taking on this Dr. Doom. Yeah, this node is not really that bad, because yeah, he's going to go unstoppable whenever I dex, but I'm going to try not to dex, so kind of like play like a quote-unquote CGR style, unless I want to bait his special one. So yeah, but since this is a mystic, I'm assuming that he's going to benefit from mystic dispersion, so whenever I dodge an attack, I just have to hit and wait to bait another special one, and so on and so forth. So here I punish his 5-hit combo into my block. There you go. I have 8 power stings. I'm waiting for him to throw a special one. He does. There you go. I bait it and he's unblockable, but that's okay, because now we just want to get him over 1 bar of power to also bait another one. So yeah, there you go. It's just a pretty straightforward fight. This fight hasn't caused me any trouble so far, and there you go. I throw it, and luckily I timed that perfectly where they are expired, and my special one knockdown came after that. So yeah, this is a pretty fast fight. He died from the power stings, so that's absolutely great. The fight went according to plan. Nothing much else to say. Less than 1 minute. Rank 4 Dr. Doom, not bad at all. So here, this is on Omega Sentinel. I was really sort of worried about this one, because after all, it's a Mega Sentinel, and if she has an armor buff, I'm gonna get some bleed. Yes, I am really worried to a certain extent, but I also know that I have the debuff detox as a safety net for worst case scenario. So here I boost up just like always, because it's the last war of the season and better to be safe than sorry. So yeah, there you go. And after all, this is a Mega Sentinel. It's a really Tiger friendly match, so as long as I don't mess up, it should be pretty fine. So there you go. I start by parrying, and then light, medium, light, medium. So there you go, a heavy, because with a Mega Sentinel, for her to not gain armor buffs whenever she doesn't have the neutralize up, you have to alternate your attacks. So there you go. I do my heavy chain, and then I throw my special 2, and you're going to see that the fight is now over. It's just a pretty straightforward fight. Nothing much else to say. So yeah, there you go. 24 seconds. On this one, this is a Mojo. As you can see, I'm gonna use my Science Champion for the class advantage, and because it's a good matchup. Here we have to watch out for the shock, but a good thing that Scorpion is shock immune, because I'm going to be using the poison power stings, so that's going to reduce the healing from Mojo and make me shock immune. So there you go. Here unfortunately I get the stun champion prompt for Mojo, but that's okay. So I just have to make sure that I just block and not parry. So yeah, unfortunately though, yeah, as I was blocking, it just happened that that prompt popped up, so we got that here. I wanted to block, but I don't know, the adrenaline of the fight made me just dash backward. So here you have to wait for this anti-life field not to be active in order to not get the degen. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So yeah, we do it, no degen, so a couple of block hits, but that's okay. And yeah, here we're gonna see that that power sting burst, it's enough to get the fight done. Pretty straightforward fight, less than 1 minute, nothing too much going on. It's just a regular mojo fight. Now we have an Nimrod. Here we have the major thing going on in this node is that we might have a chance to glance. So on this one, it's just more like experiment, because I could have gone either Tigra, because I neutralized him right before he gets that armor buff, and then I just matched him. But I wanted to see if my harvest could be glanced. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at that. No spoilers as of right now, so let's see how the fight goes. We are going to just do the usual Gallon cycle, medium, light, medium, in order to get our planetary mass. Parry, medium, light, medium. Then we're also going to do parry, heavy. After we do another light, medium, light, medium. There we go. Harvest is on. Here we dodge this, that's okay. And then we are going to build up a little bit more mass, and we throw our special one. And yeah, on this time around, it didn't glance. I'm not sure if it has the possibility to glance, because the harvest is technically not a hit, but as you could see there that it registered the biggest hit and it was a harvest. I guess it's coded like it's a hit. It's okay. And yeah, this one, I already showed this one on my last war video. It's a pretty straightforward fight against Gore. Here I'm just gonna boost up, just because why not? I want to be safe as always. So let's boost up and not give away many deaths. Yeah, and here we're getting closer to the spoiler alert I threw at the beginning of the video, where I was assigned 9 fights. Currently we have done 7. This is our 8th fight, but ultimately we end up taking or trying to take 10. So yeah, remember to always stick to your plan. So yes, let's see, this is a pretty straightforward gore fight with Tigra. Shouldn't be much of a problem. So there we go, our senses are still active. So yeah, here, yeah, unfortunately he went a little bit passive, so our heavy attack didn't land, so that's okay. Now we're going to try to see, and I just want to experiment and see if this is a pattern, that my heavy attack is not going to connect. And it seems like that's the case, because he just hold blood right there. So yeah, and for the future, I think I'm gonna switch my playstyle, just because I don't want to take any risks, because there he went a little bit more passive when I tried to heavy attack. I don't want that to happen. So yeah, I'm just, in the future I'm probably going to stick to special 2s. And you see that at the start of the fight I use a power 1 start boost, because I had one expiring, so I decided to use it, because why not? So yeah, and then here our 9th fight, and the last I was assigned was this absorbing man. Yeah, I'm pretty used by now to fight an absorbing man. And yeah, here I'm going to use the the poison power sting. So yeah, in case we have to parry, worst case scenario, we have that poison that makes the stun immunity go on cooldown. And yeah, here's just a pretty straightforward absorbing man fight. You want to bait a special one and punish it with a heavy attack, and then alternate to a special 2, because right now the punish for special 1 is on cooldown, and you don't want him to be on his forms, because it can get a little bit of trouble. So yeah, Better safe than sorry. Here we bait the special 2. It's pretty easy to punish. There we go. And now the cooldown for special 1 is going to go off, and now we're safe to bait the special 1 and punish in order to knock him out of his form, because he can get really annoying once he's refined on one of his forms. So we want to keep him as a regular absorbing man. There we go. The fight was pretty straightforward. No deaths on my 9 assigned fights, so that's really good for the last war of the season. And then here I was feeling a little bit lucky. I had a plan on my mind that should have worked as long as I stick to it. Here you're gonna see that something similar to my first fight with Tigra versus Super Skull happens, where I have the plan in my mind. Unfortunately, I am unsuccessful into sticking to it with my hands. So yeah, here since this has a limber node, I should have just wait for my 100 planetary mass to be active in order to do my first parry, because then you're gonna see that I'm not gonna have enough time to land my heavy, because his recovery time for his heavy attack is just really fast. So yeah, it's not gonna be a great feeling. Here I'm trying to bait a heavy attack and then land my own, but you see the recovery time is just absolutely insane. So yeah, I should have just saved my first parry for him to dodge, so evade, and then my second one in order to land my heavy attack. But that's okay. I lost this one. That's okay. I'm gonna let one of my teammates do it. So yeah, unfortunately it didn't go as planned. It is what it is though. This is the last season of the war. We ended up trying to take 10 fights, but we only really took care of 9, 100%, and we had 1 death. That is okay. It happens. You learn for the future. So on the next one, I know I'm gonna have to stick to my plan. That's always what you want to do. So yeah, this has been my last war of the season for season 40, and I hope you like it. If you enjoyed the gameplay, consider giving a like and subscribe. I hope you had a great time. Take care.